Hi, this is BB. So it's 151 or 152 right now, and all day yesterday, I mean, she had a ball. It was all this gas, this odorless gas, and when you inhale it, it kind of make you feel I don't know. It's got like people who inhale gas when they want to get high, right? I don't know how the fuck they have this thing in like gallon fucking containers. I don't know because the house was just reeking of it. You could feel it. I mean, the chlorine, the vinegar. I mean, she was like top bitch yesterday. She was like top bitch. She was in rare fucking form yesterday. And now all my teeth are hurting. My right lung is hurting. My right ear is hurting. This isn't helping that I have to sleep with these masks all the time. There's two of them I have on now because it was too much fumes yesterday. Um, and when I say this, she comes on like 10 times stronger. Because the boyfriend encouraging her, he likes to tell her, I guess it's okay for her to do. That's what the psychic said. He likes to tell her it's okay to do these things. They give each other permission to be evil. Well, he can take the blame for her and she can take whatever the fuck that means in their world. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Because they're both two of the most horrible criminals, I think, in history. And when they get caught, I am afraid, though, that what they're trying to do is to pin all this shit on me. They've been following me since 2001 when I lost my wallet. They had me marked since then. They had me marked since then. They do all kinds of evil things because they're two foul, disgusting, vile human beings. They do a lot of bad and evil things. And they do it for cash, for money. But what they've been doing is using routers everywhere I went, tapping into routers. And I've had my own router since 2006 or 7. Then I've been using since 2009 to 2015. For 6 years, I've been using other people's router. Actually, no, I had my own router in 2012 and 13. So because I needed internet because I worked online. And so I guess they've been tapping into these routers, and what they're doing has a lot to do with internet connections. Whatever, if they're terrorizing kids or whatever they're doing, it has to do with a lot to do with in these internet connections. And again, I know how this will look. The police is gonna say, well, it's all connected to you. But yeah, I wish that they would do this now while I'm still alive. This is why these two are trying to kill me. Like I said, a dead woman can't defend herself. They feel that they can pin all this on me, pin it all on me, and then, I go down for being one of the most notorious killers or whatever in history. But God knows my heart. I'd never met these people till 2017. I don't know them. God Almighty knows my heart. And the government is not paying attention right now because they're being suppressed. But I don't believe I'm the only one that they would have in place to take the blame for what they do. They must have other people as well. Because one woman, that is me, who doesn't drive, who've never driven, it's kind of hard for me to get around to do this. What am I Ubering to these places? I don't know. I don't know how they would explain that. But then again, they could easily, if they're hacking like this, they could easily make a driver's license. They could easily make a driver's license and say that, well, yes, she did drive. Who's gonna say no? She did own a car. They've seen me driven. They'll say anything. Because nobody will know be none the wiser. Nobody will be none the wiser. But what it is with these people, in order for their plan to work, I have to be dead. Or my mind has to be really fucked up. So that I don't know reality from surreal reality. So I can't really, I'm just saying all these crazy things, or I appear crazy to the powers that be. This is why she's working so hard to fuck my head up. It's my head they want to fuck it up really badly. And they're gonna try to kill the cat too. The reason why? Because if the people test me right now and test the cat, or whatever, Mama, come. Test me or that cat, they're gonna find the same fucking chemicals in her. So it's not my imagination. Come here. Come. It's okay. But she's feeling it too, and I'm sure her teeth are hurting as well. But of course, this bitch has no mercy. She doesn't have mercy. This is her trademark. This is how she gets people, her posse, to respect her. By being one of the most... She'll do what they wouldn't do. She has the guts. She has the balls. She has the stomach. This is what makes her unique. So she's like top dog in their group. She's like top dog in their group. Because none of them would probably do this. Because they don't have the guts to do it. And they're afraid for their soul on some level. She's not. She means to destroy and wreak havoc as much as she can. She has no respect for man nor God. She doesn't care. She's got zero respect for man or God. She doesn't care. This is how she identifies. She's that woman. I'm telling you, the woman who's doing this to me is one of the most notorious serial killers. And I hope to God that if it is His will that this comes to light. This comes to light, and she does get busted. And people see what she really is. But anyway. Okay, what was that? What is that? Oh, it's Mama's eyes. I'm sorry, it's my cat's eyes. Look like two red flecks there, Mama. But anyway, this is what's happening right now, and my lungs are, my right lung is hurting. It's been hurting since yesterday, all these fumes. I mean, I don't know what to think about it anymore. I don't know what to do. One of the things that I do remember, and like I said, I talk to psychics, take it or leave it. This is not a morality, I'm not here as a morality challenge. This is what it is. I do talk to psychics. Well, I used to. I don't have the funds for it anymore, and I don't really have... I already know what's happening, so there's no need for me to consult with them. What these people are doing, and I get you guys need to take note of this. When you see that your family and your friends are becoming estranged from you, and they're ignoring you, and they're just pulling away, they're not returning your calls, they're not being there for you to be that support system for you, is the frequencies that are causing it. These frequencies, these people are using these frequencies to suppress certain parts of the brain, suppress empathy, suppress logic, suppress understanding, suppress anger, because they don't want people angry at them. You see, I'm one of those they can't really control, because I get livid with fucking anger. They can't control my emotions. I'm an empath. It's hard for them to control us. But they like to suppress people's emotions. I'll tell you why I keep saying this. In 2020, when all of this was supposed to be happening, the man who supposedly did a background check on the boyfriend and said that the boyfriend was supposedly wanted. Again, I said supposedly because I don't know. The most I thought the guy probably had domestic violence charges on him because, like a belligerent ass. But he came up with something completely different. Really different. He said the man was wanted. He said his friend, who's an FBI agent, was looking into the case. I guess because if he was probably wanted for priors, then yes, something, But bear this in mind. The psychic said that this guy, the FBI agent, thought this was really big. And I guess when they initially looked into it, they thought this is really big. It goes far and it goes deep. Then suddenly, the opposite happened. He said this doesn't look, this is nothing. It's not worth his time anymore. There's not really anything going on. Then absolutely nothing more from his head. Did you get that, what I'm saying? Initially, the man knew something was wrong. If this is true. Because I have no doubt to deny it, to believe it's not true. Because this is what they would do. They suppress people's emotions. They suppress their logic. They suppress everything. They try to minimize themselves. But this is nothing. It's just, it's just a joke and a laugh. It's not a joke and a laugh. The stages of how these people described it. He thought it was big. He thought it was something. He thought that this was really, really big. Then suddenly, even the psychic was talking to me. Well, how did he suddenly change like that? I don't know. She was the one talking. They were asking, how did he suddenly change? Like he's not, because he thought this was big. It did, and then suddenly, not so big, until there was absolutely nothing. He's focusing on other things. Not worth his time anymore. Because they suppressed the guy. I hope the man is okay. Whoever he is. I hope he's okay. I did not know this part that these people were doing this. I thought she was being abused and she was like, I don't know. They set the whole scenario up for me to believe that. They knew that I was interested in her, and I really believed that the boyfriend was abusing her. I think that's how they play the game anyway. Because I've heard somebody else mention they got caught up in something very similar to that. Thinking that some man was abusing some woman, put the head in get themselves involved, and then they've started paying for it now with their life. It's like a common thing amongst these type of people, what they do to get people involved. Well, these are not your normal gang stalkers. These are people, I don't know what they're doing. Now, people have talked, I have a friend, and he was enlightening me about stuff that people are targeting kids. They're targeting kids en masse for this thing called adrenochrome. That is supposed to be like the elixir of life, the fountain of youth for these people. But it's only valuable when the child is terrified, the child is scared. And I guess for some adults, it's the same thing. I guess for empaths, because of the emotions, it's the same thing. I'm guessing, I don't know. Now, that just sounds really far-fetched, but hear me out. Look what's happening to us. That sounds far-fetched too. Nobody believes it. So let's not quickly just dismiss these things. So I don't know what they're doing. But how does that fit in with us? I don't know. Are we the patsies they want to set to take the blame for this? Have they been doing this and using our routers, our fingerprints, our bank accounts, our identities to commit these crimes for a long time, and the only way that they can get away with this en masse is if we're dead. But that would tell me also that there is a dragnet somewhere. There is a dragnet somewhere, or there is about to be a dragnet put in place. A dragnet is a net that drags and picks them up like fishes. Now when the people look, it's my router, your router, you've been around this area, and that's how it looks. That's how it looks. So be careful for that. Because if these are doing it, if she's trying to do it to me, then who's to say that somebody's not trying to do it to you? It's a thing that they can do. But what I'm telling you, see, right now, I got that the smell of vinegar is, chlorine is very, very strong. But that's what she does. She sits on high somewhere in the fucking rafters. I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna get a breakthrough because I think my friend is going to help me for us to get somebody to go in this crawl space and find out what's going on. And if she or somebody's in there, drag them out. Well, I'm gonna tell him no, don't drag them out. Just sit there. Just let me call the cops. Just make sure she doesn't get out. And let them drag her out.